Well, good evening, everyone. Well, it's day 5 of the riots in Los Angeles. And between the incompetence of Mayor Karen Bass, Governor Newsom, it really doesn't matter what the police department does, because when you get to that level, your police commissioner can only do what's ordered by the mayor. Now, since the commissioner has a constitutional duty to uphold the law, he can't bypass what the mayor and the governor says. Problem is, they'll find themselves either fired or forcing them to resign. As I said many times, the police commissioner is only as good as the elected official. I'll give you an example. When Bill Bratton was police commissioner here in New York City, under Giuliani, he was awesome. Because you had a mayor who had the guts to do the right thing and put his whole reputation on it, and was very successful. Bill Bratton, Part 2, under Mayor de Blasio, was a piece of crap because your mayor is a piece of crap. Ray Kelly, under David Dinkins, was a disaster because David Dinkins was a disaster. Ray Kelly under Mayor Bloomberg, and I didn't like Mayor Bloomberg, but Bloomberg kept law and order in the city. He took the baton from Giuliani on that aspect of things and kept things real good. So it doesn't matter who your police commissioner is in LAPD, as long as Karen Bass remains the mayor and they keep electing people like her. Your commissioner is nothing more than a figurehead. It's nothing more than a hired scapegoat. Same thing with the California Highway Patrolman, police superintendent. They can be fired by Gavin Newsom. And even an elected official like the LA County Sheriff, who's elected by the people. I mean, he is the highest ranking law enforcement official in the county. And that's a fact. I don't care what Karen Bass tells you. But because that's a Democrat city, he will be elected out next term. Because we all know those things are rigged there anyway. And meanwhile, you should have several people being arrested for attempted murder. I mean, anyone that stands on the overpass of a highway and tosses rocks and bricks, metal scooters down police cars as they're driving by is attempted murder, because, as everyone knows, that rock, brick, scooter goes through the windshield, hits them, they're pretty much dead. That's murder. There should be several arrests for all those looters. Several arrests for all those people interfering with a law enforcement officer. And Maxine Waters, who says nothing's going on, has already threatened the National Guard. Karen Bass says things were never a problem until the Marines and National Guard got here. But in the press conference today, she says, I understand why they're here. All they do is watch a couple of federal buildings and doing nothing. Well, if all they're doing is watching a couple of federal buildings and doing nothing, what harm are they doing? Meanwhile, Governor Newsom was caught in another lie. Well, shocked this time by President Trump. He says, well, you know, President Trump hasn't even called me. Well, President Trump had the receipts to prove it. He called him not once but twice, and the second time he spoke for 16 minutes. Meanwhile, as the city of Los Angeles burns, he continues to do his podcasts and go on softball networks like MSNBC to do his BS interviews. Rachel Maris is claiming defeat for Donald Trump. Oh, we're going to tell you, these people just don't learn. I'm telling you what. Old buddy number 17 said, keep your eyes on New York and California. And I'm telling you, don't be surprised if the next round of that crap is right here in my hometown, New York, in New York City. Problem is, it's an election year for New York City. And if Mayor Adams wants to win that election, he's going to do the right thing. So I wonder if they would do it here or not. Because the Democrats are gunning for him anyway. Meanwhile, my Governor Hochul wants to allow transgender inmates to decide if they wanted to go to a male-female prison. This is what we're dealing with here in New York. And then again, she's probably a trans governor herself. I told you, these next 100 days, from May 1st to August 8th or 9th, going to be even higher than the first 100. The first 100 was just to set things up. And I'm telling you right now, I've been hard on Dan Bongino and Kash Patel and Pam Bondi. I don't particularly trust them because they talked a lot of trash by releasing Epstein files. Why haven't even been released yet? Especially when Bongino said, and Bongino saying that Epstein was killed by suicide when he got on his podcast and said the exact opposite, means he must be trying to do a stall tactic. Either that, he's in and on it. But it's gonna be hot. I've said for years, whether it's on this channel or my old channel, before it got yanked, we were gonna see martial law. Not the whole country, but parts of it. And if you think you're hurting Donald Trump right now, his popularity among minorities, especially Hispanics, and the minorities in LA who are being suffered right now, they all support him. All the people who came here legal as immigrants are fed up. They're fed up with seeing people waving Mexican flags in their country as they burn the American flag, as they try to stop people from being deported back to the very country they're waving the flag of. Put your comments down below. Your opinion, I would love to know. Keep this country in prayer. Keep Donald Trump in prayer. Stay faithful. God's in control, but you people must do the right thing and keep this country in prayer. And pray the right way. Pray for justice. Godly justice. Pray that God will continue to bless and use this country to export the gospel around the world. Until then, we will see you later.